What do we want? When do we want it? Good morning, everybody. My name is Kim Wasserman, and I'm coming from the Little Village community. And we are really excited to be here and coming out to Elwood today because we recognize and understand what it is to deal with environmental racism every day in your community. We fought for 12 years to shut down the coal power plants, and we are gearing up for a fight to stop these warehouses and stop these crappy jobs from coming into our neighborhood. Right now in our neighborhood, the former coal power plant wants to be turned into a 1 million square foot warehouse, and we are being told that this is going to come with jobs, and we know for a fact, going from Cicero to Berwyn to Elwood to Joliet, that warehouse workers are suffering. They're suffering the worst kind of jobs. They have no justice in their job place, and that's not the kind of jobs we want for our neighborhood or for any neighborhood. We also understand that having diesel trucks in our communities means more trucks, more traffic, more incidences, and worse air quality. And once again, we're being sold that these are good jobs. Truck drivers are dying from the air pollution that they are breathing inside their cabin. That is not justice, and we are here today to tell Elwood that we fight with you, we stand with you, we stand shoulder to shoulder, and from Amazon to the next mayor of Chicago, people need to know that Chicago is not the place to come and try this. We are not falling for that language anymore. We want justice, we want it now, we want it today, and we don't want promises.
Hello, people. Well, my story is I'm fighting because of these warehouses coming over, taking over our community. They're not giving us the wages that we need to take care of my family. I have my 2 children right here that I have to take care of. I have a big family that I need to support. I can't support them on the little low wages that they're paying us. I need $15 or more.
Thank you. Since the arrival of the BNSF Rail Intermodal in Elwood, Will County has become a global hub. Many containers arrive in Elwood after a journey from Southeast Asia by boat to California and then by rail to Elwood. Once in Elwood, these shipping containers are moved to semis for delivery to warehouses and distribution centers for e-commerce. These tens of thousands of diesel semis are producing pollution in our neighborhood. Volunteers monitoring for air quality in Will County found the air was unhealthy for all people on 10 out of 54 days, and for sensitive groups such as children and those with respiratory problems on 30 out of 54 days. This is deeply concerning, and I worry about the children in my family and my neighbors' and friends' children. In order to reduce pollution that causes both climate change and negative health impacts, the Sierra Club calls for a transition to electric vehicles powered by clean, renewable energy.
Yes, we can. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Good morning, everyone. Buenos días a todos. Mi nombre es Noel Sánchez. I'm an SEIU active member for 18 years, chief engineer by the Humboldt Park area. I'm also active member of the Humboldt Park community and a strong advocate for the fair economy and justice recovery for the people on Puerto Rico. I'm here today to unite my voice with the PCM to tell you that environment justice is linked to the fight for economic, immigrant, and racial justice.
Are you ready to fight for climate, jobs, and justice? Who do we got here today? Let's do a roll call. 350.org, Sierra Club, Little Village Environmental Justice Organization, the Will County Progressives I see here, SEIU Local 1, People for Community Recovery, yeah, National Nurses United, the mighty union, Indivisible, Coalition to Ban Pet Coke, Nuclear Energy Information Service, Loyola, Just Say No to North Point. My name is Roberto. I'm with this worker center called Warehouse Workers for Justice.
We're here today to support all warehouse workers, to support all truck drivers, to support all folks who are being exploited in their workforce. And we're here today on behalf of Chicago and all of the suburbs to tell Amazon and tell these very lovely intermodal facility people that this is not the way for our communities. This is not economic empowerment for our people. Putting our lives, putting our air, putting our earth in danger is not the way to go. We have good plans, we have good workers, and we know what we want in our neighborhood, and this is not it. So what do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it?
So today, we got to continue to fight for environmental justice. We should have never stopped, because environmental justice is inclusive of our health, our land, our community, our jobs, and most importantly, our future.
My name is Nancy Garcia. I'm the Civic Engagement Organizer for Southwest Urban Immigrant Project, or SSIP, out in Bolingbrook. We are gathered here to demand action in order to protect our climate, better working conditions, and benefits for warehouse workers.
Statement of fact, man-made climate change is real. Science doesn't lie. We have been trained to ask the questions at Climate Reality. We ask them, and you can go out and ask them now too. Must we change? Diesel particulate emissions were measured at 6 to 8 times higher than the EPA standards. This is a public health issue. This is a climate health issue. Yes, we must change. Can we change? Yeah. Clean renewable energy jobs employ 14 times more people than fossil fuel jobs. And the cleaner, climate smart investments that are being made will equal $26 trillion by 2030. Can we change? Yes. Will we change? Yes, we will.
So we've got the largest corporations in the world right over here making big money, whether it's Walmart, whether it's Target, whether it's Home Depot, whether it's Georgia Pacific, which is owned by the Koch brothers. They've got billions of dollars of goods going through here. But you know, the heart of this operation is not actually the warehouses. They wouldn't be here except for the BNS rail yard on the other side. That's where everything really happens, all right? And BNSF itself is a huge corporation. In fact, they had profits last year of over $1 billion just for one corporation making that kind of money. And you look at that and you say, wow, there's a lot of money there. Everybody must be doing pretty good. Except then you look at what's happening with the workers instead. And I'm going to talk to you about the van drivers, a very important job. They've got to drive the rail crews from place to place within the yard and out to other locations. These used to be good railroad jobs, working directly for the railroad, making a good living wage because they were good union jobs. And the railroad industry, including BNSF, decided they didn't like that, and they subcontracted all those jobs out to bottom-feeding corporations or small companies, things that are not much better than temp agencies, where they have almost no benefits and poverty-level wages, like minimum wages in many cases. And that's what they did to this whole industry over the course of the last 20 years, and thousands of these workers all over. Well, the workers are fighting back. In fact, the workers here have organized into my union and a lot of other BNSF yards and other places.
I'm Stephanie Irvine. Nobody thought a bunch of girls would organize a community to stop a $1 billion developer with a 2,000-acre industrial warehousing project supported by BNSF. But we did. They didn't think that we were paying attention, but we were. They didn't think that we were smart enough, but we are. People doubted us, said it was a done deal. We fought anyway. They said we'd give up sooner or later, but we kept knocking on doors and gathering support. We researched and mobilized. We turned out hundreds of people in the bitter January cold. We won't ever stop fighting for our community.